YouTube, it's your boy Amarii Rose, and yes, I did say your boy Amarii Rose. I am here with my very first YouTube video ever, and this time it is a tutorial video on how I made a 13x4 lace frontal unit using 3 packs of model hair with a model lace frontal. The lace frontal is a 18-inch 13x4. The texture is Yaki Straight. And those baby hairs, now lace, honey, is looking good. I'm just telling y'all that now. Ain't nothing wrong with a hair store frontal. As long as you make it look good, you good. I'm telling you. Y'all see how thick it is? I ain't have no shedding. It was thick from the root to the tip. Be amazing. Be yourself. Model is the pack hair my cousin sent me. It's a Remy hair Ego, and honey, she sent me 24 inches. Cousin, you trying to slay? I see. Okay, I see you, cousin. Yes, honey, 4 packs. Okay, honey, 4 packs. The bundles are also Yaki Straight. I didn't get no shedding. Very little tangles, but once you run your fingers through it a couple times, it was straight. But again, no shedding. Hair very silky, very shiny, very bouncy. Oh, y'all, look at that. Okay. And I'm so sorry, y'all. My canvas has been through it, but that's my 22-inch canvas. 22 inches is usually the normal head size for a male and a female, but y'all know my head is pretty big, so I got a 24-inch head. So this right here is all the stuff I'm going to be using while making her wig. I used 2 packs of bleach, BW2 Clear Out Professional, a mesh wig cap. Of course, that's the hair she sent me. The aluminum foil, my wig heads. I didn't use the white one. I was going to show it to you, like how I use it when plucking, but instead I just showed you guys my paper towel method. My nylon thread, that's my 30 volume developer. I used my little brush and my butter knife and tweezers. I'll walk y'all into the tweezers as well. So here I'm just going to mix my developer and my bleaching powder in my cup. I'm not quite too sure as for the measurements. I'm not a professional. I just make wigs in my free time, but now I'm trying to do it as a side job. So once I get the measurements down packed for everyone, I'll have them down in the inbox box below. And of course, that's my 30 volume developer. I just pour it in there, eyeball it basically, because I've been doing it for so long. I just know how much to use. And then I'm just gonna mix it. Oh, I'm making a mess. So in a few seconds I'm gonna show you the consistency. This is the consistency you want to achieve when you're trying to bleach your knots on your frontal and your closure. Reason being, because you don't want it too runny. If it's too runny, it's going to seep through the lace and it's going to get onto your hair, and then you're going to have blonde patches. That's easy to cover up, but you want to try not to do that. So you want to, if you have to, buy a couple batches of powders and developer and try them out. Make your own consistency, see what you're comfortable with. So right now I'm just going to apply my bleach to the lace. with my butter knife, and you want to try and apply it as gentle as you can, but you want an even coat because you want them all to bleach around like at the same time. Like you don't want your knots to be two different colors. That's not what's poppin', sis. I'm sorry. And if possible, try and have a steady hand, because if you just being sloppy, you're gonna get that bleach everywhere. You don't want the bleach to get onto your bundle, like your hair, because then you're gonna have black and brown hair unless you wash the bleach off the hair. But you know, you just want to try not to get the bleach on the hair as possible. Like try not to. Okay. So I'm almost done putting on the bleach. Once I'm finished, I'm going to wrap it up with some aluminum foil. And the reason why I wrap it up with aluminum foil is because, you know, when bleaching, bleaching your own hair, your scalp creates its own heat. When bleaching a closure or frontal, you know, it can't create its own heat. So with the aluminum foil, it gives it the illusion that it's creating heat, and with it creating heat, it lifts your knots. Science, honey. Science is the key to everything. So we're going to let that sit for about 30 to 35 minutes. This here is, again, the canvas that we're going to use for creating my cousin's wig. And I'm going to use a mesh wig cap. I got it from my local beauty supply store for about $3.99. And that part I'm showing you is the part that I use for the neck. Reason being because it's about 3 to 4 inches wide, and that's about the size of an average human being's neck. Well, the neck. And I use the shorter part towards the top to go underneath the closure or frontal. So now I'm just putting in my T-pins. Now I'm just checking up on the lace and the bleach. It's been about 20 minutes so far. I'm gonna leave it on there for about maybe 20 to 25 more minutes. So I almost forgot about it, and it's actually been, I want to say 25 to 30 minutes, which is fine. You know, it just gave an additional 5 minutes to process the knots. That water, y'all, that water was hot, so I had to try and hurry up and wash it. That I burnt myself a little bit, but it's okay. I'm a G. So I'm just washing the knot with some hot water, accidentally. And I'm using my favorite shampoo and conditioner, y'all. Listen, Linda, okay? Listen. Go to your local Ollie's if you have one and get some of this shampoo and conditioner. It's the best. I'm not lying. Like, it is. I should get paid for talking about this shampoo and conditioner. I tell everybody, but it's really, really good though. Like, it makes your hair feel soft, and it, like, if your hair is damaged, it rejuvenates it. For $4.99 a piece, you can't beat it though. So now I'm going to go in here with this conditioner and just saturate it with some conditioner. Now I'm just showing you what it looks like after it's bleached and how it looks against my skin. Some of the knots did not bleach, but the ones that did not bleach, I did go in and pluck them out because they didn't bleach. Plus, it was time to create that hairline, sis. Why am I being extra? What lace? So this is the paper towel method I was talking to you guys about, and ladies. So with me using the paper towel method, it's like giving me the illusion, basically, of a scalp. Why am I saying a scalp? Because it's white and the hair is black. So by me putting a paper towel underneath the lace, it's helping me, it's like giving me a guide on what needs to be plucked and how much to pluck it. Because if you don't have a guide, then you're going to over pluck and you're going to make bald spots in your lace. And we don't want those bald spots, sis, because you can't go back in there and fix it. So these are the tweezers I'm going to use. I'm going to use a smaller fine tweezers, and I'm going to use a bigger tweezer. The smaller tweezers are to get those knots that I can't get with the bigger tweezers, and the bigger tweezers are to give like that full scalp illusion. You know how like you see some people with like gaps? That's what I call them, gaps in their frontal. Well, yeah. So you want to go against, you don't want to go against the closure. You want to like have the tip facing the front, and don't do this. No, that's no. You want to small pieces, pluck, small piece, pluck, small piece, pluck. Like Erica J say, pluck, 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 but don't over pluck. Erica J, she gives some good tips, y'all. Don't overdo it. Don't go fast. Take your time. So overall, I spent maybe up to like, I want to say 60 minutes, maybe 45, but I want to say roughly 60 minutes plucking the whole frontal because I wanted to give it the very, very natural illusion. Uh-oh. So right here I sped the video up. I'm not going fast on purpose. I sped the video up because, you know, I just explained it to you guys. Just go slow, take your time. It's very, very tedious. Don't get mad if you make a mistake. Mistakes are bound to happen, you know. Learn from your mistakes and just keep going. Now, as you can see, all I did was pluck the bottom part. I didn't pluck the top half, and you can tell a difference. Same thing here. I'm just plucking, but I'm actually pulling out in half an inch for me to pluck behind. I go back about 2 to 3 times, depending on how thick the frontal is, you know, to give the illusion of the naturalness. There's also nothing wrong with plucking the hair that you pulled forward. If you feel like it's looking a little too harsh after you pull the hair forward, you know, like a little harsh line, don't worry, you can always go into it and unpluck it. Just don't over pluck, because again, you cannot fix bald spots that are created unless you are a genius and have bulk hair from bundles in your closet and a little needle for the lace in your closet, then try your best not to over pluck. I'm telling you, over plucking will ruin the style because your closure can make or break the unit. I tried my best to shoot this so you guys can see exactly what I was doing, but I shot this video off my iPhone and I really didn't have any assistance, so I had to try and do what I could to make you guys, be able to see what I was doing. I do apologize. Yes, that is all the hair that I plucked out the frontal, and trust me, it is a lot more. I just forgot to post the footage. It was about the size of a tennis ball once I was finished. So now, as you can see, I have finished plucking the frontal, and I'm just letting you guys see, what it should look like once completed. If your frontal looks like this once it's completed after you've plucked it, then your install is going to look bomb. I'm talking about, sis, you finna look laid. You ain't got to use no baby hairs, but if you want to, sis, you can. Okay. Now here, this right here can literally ruin your style. So I usually go about a half an inch over the dome cap. Here you just want to make an M. If your style, listen, if you drag it across, it's not going to look right. You literally have to make an M. You want your frontal to be like an M. Reason being because the middle part is your peak. The sides that are like the ridges of the M is where your, I can't even think. You know what I'm saying, sis? It's your hairline, okay? You want to look like your hairline. The reason why you got the M is because this right here. You want this to look seamlessly flat on the back, but if you don't have that M, it's not gonna look right, sis. It's not gonna fit, okay? We can't do that. We need that M. So here it's just me sewing in. I'm sorry, I missed the part, y'all. It's okay. It's me sewing on this frontal. So I always start in the middle and just working my way on either the left side or the right side, go back over the left side or the right side, and go basically to the other side and make sure both sides are doubled, because I like to make sure my frontals are secured with the thread, if that makes sense. And now you can see me just going back up with the needle and thread. Like I said, y'all, I like to make sure it's doubled. I double stitch both sides for more security. Yes, look at that stitch. Yes, baby, look at that. So here, right here, I am just sewing on a track. Oh, I believe this is the second track. Yeah, I didn't get the first footage of the first track. I do apologize. I just noticed that. So this is the second track. I just usually go from basically like ear to ear, but I go from ear to the back to the other ear because you want it to look full. If you sew a wig how you make a closure unit, it'll look very, very thin and it won't have the full look. So if you go around how I'm showing you, you'll look very, very full. So I'm going to just sew like that all the way up to about the middle part where I just showed you right here. And every track is double wefted. Yes, 2 tracks. And this wig right now, y'all, I'm telling you right now, right there, it is full. You can't see it, but it is getting full. I don't usually use straight needles, y'all. This needle was giving me HE double hockey stick. My dogs somehow got a hold of my hair box and anywho, I'm still on that same track. I need another thread. I need another needle. I need a curved needle, but I'm gonna make it do. And we're just gonna keep sewing on. I usually go sideways because it works better for me than just going upward. Because when you stick the needle in and you like curl it upward, I don't know why, but it looks bulky. So I like to go sideways with the needle because when you go sideways with the needle, it make it more seamlessly flat. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry. I had my mannequin stand sitting on the back of my chair because my mannequin stand actually broke. Y'all, it's been one crazy week for me, but I'm pulling through. I got Jesus on my side. He helped me. So what I'm doing here is like finishing up this row. I'm about to enclose this track off in a pretty smooth second. Just making sure it's secured and knotted up. Now we're on just the top part. We're above the crown, and we're going to try and enclose it and just track it up. That was so corny. I'm so sorry. Yes, but we're going to double weft them. So we're almost finished, and I believe I have like one track left. I'm just going to show y'all a quick glimpse of how it looks so far. Yes, look at them inches, honey. 24 inches of Yaki Straight. So we're finished, and that's what it looks like once it's done. You should not have any gaps. You shouldn't see nothing but hair. Now, this is before I added any heat to the frontal. This is all just straight out the ponytail, push back. Look at that, y'all. It looks so good. So I'm using a Annie electrical hot comb. Now I got this one from my, it was the last one. Do you know who I'm talking about, girl? You sold it to me. It was $11.99. Ooh, I was so happy. I could not wait 3 days from Amazon. I just couldn't. I refused. And it get hot. Let me tell you, it get hot. I think it's up to 500 degrees. It works. I'm using it every day. Every time I got a wig made, I'm using this. So I'm just using the hot comb, and it's literally like helping me make it seamlessly flat. A flat iron works good too, but ain't nothing like a hot comb. We used hot combs back in the day. I know my mama did. And you don't want it to sit too long on the lace. Like literally, you gotta try and have like a steady hand because you want to glide against the lace. You do not want to grime against the lace, glide against. So now I'm just covering up the tracks and the back. I'm gonna take a piece of frontal. I want to say about maybe as thick as the width between the comb and the parting tooth. About that thick. Same thing here. Just gonna keep using that hot comb to make it flat. You see that, y'all? So I added heat to the right side, the part side I'm actually working on now. No heat was applied to the left side. And I'm using right now my Infinity Pro. Y'all, this flat iron is godly. I ain't even gonna lie to you. The best $35 I ever spent. I got it from Walgreens. It was on sale. It worked just like a Baby Bliss. I'm not lying, y'all. It works just like a Baby Bliss. And I think a Baby Bliss is like $100. The last time I spent $100 on a flat iron, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm hurt, but yeah, it works magnificent, and I love it. It goes up to 500 degrees too. But get you one, sis. I'll be right back once I finish both sides. Well, actually, the left side. So I finished both sides, and this is the finished look. I've hot combed both, added a little grease to tame the flyaways. Look at that hairline, sis. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that, y'all. It looks so good. Get the lighting together. Boom. There you go. If you don't get excited by your own work, then there's something wrong. Be your #1 supporter. Be you. Be amazing. Look at that. I don't even want to touch it, but I'm touching it. I love making wigs, y'all. Like, it is something about making wigs that I just love. I think because it enhances your beauty, but half of the time y'all don't even need it. But you know, I'm gonna make sure I get y'all together the correct way, the right way. Look at that. Photoshop. Nothing I do is photoshopped, y'all. Everything I do is handmade by myself. Get it together, camera. Oh! And after this, I'm just going to show you guys pictures of the unit by itself. So it's just gonna be like, you know, some little poses of the unit. Look at that shake. Ow. Okay. It's just some poses of the unit by itself. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. My Instagram name is AMARIIROSEWIGS. Ask any questions, you know, whatever. I'm here for you guys. I'm here, you know, we're all here. Let's not just look good together. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Another one. Another one. Another